Hi everyone, Grey Power 60 here. Early in the morning. My son's just getting ready to go to work, so I may have to pause this. But in the meantime, good morning. I hope everyone's having a great day. Today I'm going to talk about my little art book that I've been showing you. I think the last one I showed you was this one, and then my other art page. I took it out to use it. I'm going to use it for probably collaging or something. But anyway, so I've done a few more pages. I'm going to zoom in if I can remember how. Let's see if we can zoom in. So that's the last page that I showed you. I've done a few since then. This is another one. This one here, I used I believe it's peeled paint. It's kind of a green here with, I did some little bit of collaging on the sides with this one and put dreams beside it with this young fella here. Probably has dreams of being a professional or just enjoys music, and it's his passion. And then the usual. On this page, I used little stickers that I had gotten from Temu, and they were all teacups and teapots, and I thought about what I used to do when I used to write. I used to do a lot of writing, and I always had my cup of tea with me, so that's kind of my little collage of a nice quiet time with a cup of tea. I know people like coffee, but I'm a teetotaler. And then I just squared them off. Actually, how I did that is I just took the ink pad and I just went around, and it wasn't very dark, so I used pencil to go around because I didn't want to overpower those. So that just made them into little squares. Then the next couple of pages, although they call them Dutch door, I don't know why, because a Dutch door is a half door with the top that can open. So, yeah, anyway, I guess they thought this. So I thought I'd try it with these flowered washi tape that I have, and thought that, you know, this could be a page in a journal where you would journal here. And of course I put a couple of things, and then the next page, because you can see under it, the next page, the same sort of thing, just a page, thinking if this was in a journal, they could journal on here. And I just curved the pages so that you could see. Now normally if I was in a journal, I probably would put a double on each side, but you don't have to. And there, and then this one shows the last page, which is all blues and purples in here, kind of violets. So I thought that was kind of a cool idea to use for a journal, which I think I'm going to do in my spring journal when I get to it. Right now I'm still doing all the ephemera and all of the embellishments for it. And then I have to decide how big I want it and what kind of cover. So that is that. And then this is this page that I did with purple and all blue flowers. Thought this was pretty. And then the last one, I decided to collage this, and this one I used the carved pumpkin. And I'm just going to check and see if they're coming in yet. Nope. Yeah, I really liked this page. This is kind of a vintage looking page, and I used lots of different things to collage it. I just thought it turned out really nice. I really liked it. And then this page again, getting back to the same things again, where I'm using lines and separating in sections. And I liked how this overlaps on this page here. As long as there are flowers in life, it is not allowed to be associated with gloom. Kind of cute. So that's what I added there. And then this page, I had gotten a lot of vegetables and things, stickers, and I also had all the words. So this is lettuce and sage and dill, rosemary, mint. So the name is above it. Sugar snap peas, bell pepper. Yeah, kind of a collage of everything. And that's what I did there. And now I'm ready to do a new page. And I thought I would start it with you and share with you my process on how I think about it and how it turns out. That was done before. All right, so just give me a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, so the first thing I do is I try and decide what colors I want. You're gonna hear a little bit in the background. My son's going to work. It's almost 6 o'clock in the morning. I use these brushes and I'm almost out of brushes. So I've ordered some more brushes, and when I don't have brushes, I use a sponge. Now I did have this one here. I didn't wash it, but I tried it because it's really old. I haven't used it, and it seems to work well without the ink must have just dried completely. So the first thing I do is I go around using my sheet in the background to keep it from going off, and to making sure I get the sides. This I'm using is called Faded Jeans. I do like the bigger brush. And I don't really care. I just want the color on there. I don't really care how it, if it has thicker pieces than something else. I don't worry about stuff like that. I don't think I've used this darker one yet. So you may hear a little bit of noise in the background. My son's getting ready to go to work. He's getting all his stuff together. He goes to work quite early in the morning. And then I'll just sort of fade in to the center of it. And just to blend it a little bit more. And I don't really cover it all, I just kind of go around it toward the page here. And that's good. That's all I want on there. And then I'd sit down and I try and decide how I want to lay out whatever. Now I've picked up this girl that I want to use with the blues and the flowers. And I've got a roll of them here in case there's a different type of flower, like a small one like this I might want. So let's do a little bit of cutting out. Yeah, I'm not sure I want these. I do like this. And I'm not sure how I'm going to lay them out yet. I like this one. But I don't want all of it. So I will come along and very carefully cut them out. I definitely want this one. This one's very similar, only it has a square around it. Yeah. So I have a look at all that I have to see if it brings any particular, catches my eye or something. And then I'll trim them closer later on. If that's what I want. I usually like a big one. Yeah. And then I decide, do I want her in the center? Do I want her, you know, she's traveling, maybe traveling through a garden. It's my daughter-in-law sneezing. This house does get pretty dusty, and she finds it very hard not to say. I sneeze myself sometimes. Yeah, so making all the decisions of, you know, do I want her as the center? And I'm going to be cutting that out. Yeah, and it takes a long time for me to process everything. I do like this, but there's tape on it. So this is my process here for just kind of thinking about how I want the different shapes. And as you can see, these have shapes in there. And this one. Also has circles and squares. Do I have another one? And I suppose I could maybe not use that one or that one. Let's see what else we've got. Ooh, and this one has got and this one is square. Kind of like the bigger ones on the bottom or on the corners. Okay, now let's cut her out. And the butterfly and the word root and and the puppy dog paws. I have to be very careful because they're close. And I want to cut out the puppy. Okay, and I'll rearrange these as I cut them out. Here, I may go off to the side to cut these because the little pieces get caught up all over the place. And I do like to cut it as close as I can to whatever subject it is I'm cutting out. Okay, there she is. Now, what I'd like to do here is because she's walking, I kind of like to have a bit of a path. So to have something that she's walking on or from. Here we go. So the first thing I want to do is put her down. Here we go. I always like my tweezers to make sure it goes right where I want it to go. Now I know the stars could have gone up somewhere else. Kind of liked having them there. And now her little puppy dog. Again, I cut this right out as close as I can to get not very much.
Just put them on your chair after you grab all your stuff. I said I have your shoes.
You'll hear my daughter-in-law getting my grandson up for school. Oh my goodness, I'm having trouble with the puppy dog. I guess what I'll do now is that's my process. It's my thought pattern. Now I will pause it and I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, there was a lot of humming and hawing on this one. Not really sure how I wanted to portray it, but I did want the kind of isolation, and I wanted to be walking towards flowers. And yeah, so that is my next take. I should date them, you know. I don't date them. I know it's in January. And I do sign them. And yeah, so that is it for me for today. Thanks for joining me. Let me know what you think. I'm playing. This is total freelance playing, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm trying different things, as I showed you before. Yeah. So that's it for me for today. Thanks for joining me, and please leave me a comment and let me know what you think. A few things I was not going to put that there, and anyway, it's done. But I am pleased with it. I like the look of it and how she and the dog stand out alone on this road. That's my story. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.